day, everyone. This is Forex with me live. Today, I quickly want to share with you a new strategy called entry trigger strategy. Without no further ado, let's get into the strategy. Now, what is entry trigger strategy? This is a strategy that will help you to understand when and where to enter the market. Then how to get out of the market and where to place your stop loss. And if you want to check further by looking at your zone and levels, these entry trigger strategies will also enable you to do that. So you can see me mark out some zones on my chart. I use this with the aid of the entry trigger strategy. Now let's get into it now. What is entry trigger strategy? This is a strategy that helps you to understand where the market direction is, and that's that about that. Now let's get into the work. I want to use 15 minutes to check it. Now, how do we spot entries and how do we spot reversals? Now, for instance, if my market is actually trendy, what do I look for? Then how do I spot market reversals? That's where we're going into in this strategy. Now, the first one is that when you want to see a change in direction of the market, I'm zooming out, look at it at this cross. This is the very point you spot an entry reversal, which means that at this very cross, you know in your mind that, oh, market is trying to reverse. But when do you get into the trade? Two things will help you to get into the trade. The first one is the confirmation. The confirmation is this brown line here. Once the market crosses that, you know that there is no other thing to do than to do what? To look for sell entry, because at that particular point, market has changed direction. So because of that, that's the first confirmation. Then the second confirmation is that the clouds start to change to red. That is, from this point, you see the clouds change to red. So after the clouds changing to red, you look for a retest. At this point, this is where a retest is. You can take your trade from here. Then where are you exiting? You are exiting at the Bollinger Band, because this market, the Bollinger Band is so wide that it adds to break it. But there is another case where you need to hold and continue the trend. So as you can see this now, let's continue. You see a retest again, and a pin bar is an indication that the market has reversed. But after the next candle, you can enter your trade. Then you take it at the Bollinger line as well. You exit your market or you hold it for stop loss with stop loss. Then another time when market breaks out like this, for instance, market break out like this, you can hold your trade until market enters the Bollinger Bands again. That is when you should exit. So these are the demonstration. Then in this case, you can see that at the exit, as the market enters the Bollinger Band line, it also pick a cross, which shows us a necessary reversal that might happen. But it never occurred because market, market reverses again here at this cross, and at the next candle you can continue taking a sell trade. Then you exit at what? At the Bollinger Band here. So this is the point I'm making as regards to confirmation. So let's check if there's any way there is possible reversal. Now look at here, this market actually came after some range, started trending to the downside, which is this point. And after that, you can take your entry from here immediately. Now, the condition I met here and the previous uh, example I gave to you, that when the Bollinger is very, very wide, you take your trade at the end of the Bollinger line. But this case, the Bollinger Band is almost thin, which means the volatility here, there is no volatility, and market breaks out. You first of all break here and came back to break here. So, and at the retest here, it couldn't even go near the Bollinger Bands before it continues. So, at this point, what you only need to do when you see a market pulling back here, put a sell stop. Once it hits your sell stop, then you can put your stop loss at the end of this previous Bollinger Band. Then you hold it until the market enters the Bollinger Band, somewhere around there. But if I were you, once I see this cross signifies that a reversal, there's a reversal in the trend. Then you close your trade. So that's that about that. And as you can see, market also reverses, retests. This is a good one. It reverses, it retested, and the two lines break the middle Bollinger. Now, if I'm going to take my entry here, because the Bollinger Band is very wide, I'll first of all take the first entry and close around here, or I put my stop loss here. Then once I see that market could not move back and it crosses again around here, I enter the trade and hold it till the market is exhausted. And I think the market got exhausted inside this Bollinger Band, making two equal, highs. So that's that about that. As you can see, this market is very, very good, and the entry trigger are very, very sustainable. So as you can see, this range market, if you want to know whether the market is ready to reverse, just wait till it cross. This is where it cross, and as you can see that it crosses this middle Bollinger Band here, it comes down. So this is that about that. That's that about that. That's that about that. So I don't want to waste much of our time. As you can see, all of these are profit, in case you don't know. Now I want to show you another thing, so which is, if you have not purchased my sentiment indicator, you can DM in my Telegram channel, private chat me, because that the link I'm going to send will take you to a group, and from the group you can private chat me to request for yours at a very small amount. Now, the next one is that the crossing, all these crossings you are looking at, they are very, very useful. All this crossing you are looking at here, this crossing you are looking at here, they are very, very useful. I can depict my zones here. I'll just go to I can depict my zones for price action, guys. I can put my zones here. And I've done this in my previous video, how to draw supply and demand using um, moving average. The best way to draw your supply and demand. The video is right on my channel. So if you love to check it, go there quickly and check it, like and subscribe. So as I'm talking about it, these are the zones. Either you draw this zone with lines, or you use your demand and supply, you know, something like this. Either you do that, something like this. But I'm drawing this one for future reference, so that in the nearest future, I can see what is happening. So you can see the places where market turns. If I go to the higher time frames now, I would see something. Let's go to the higher time frame and see what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to 1 hour. Wow, can you see this? The places where I drew my zone. Market came back here to retest it. Can you see? Market came back. Sorry about that. Market came back to retest this zone. I'm coming back. Sorry about that. So market came back to retest test this zone. The zone I draw here. This zone was a pullback, and immediately it crosses it. In fact, in 1 hour, I can enter my trade from here, take it up. Then from there, I'm also expecting it to come back. And see, that's where the market is actually fluctuating here. So I don't know if that's the place I am. All right, this was the place I drew. Wow, this was the place I drew from my zone. Thank God for this. Now you can see the zone as it retests this, it moves higher. And in the nearest future, this is where I am. So let's go to 4 hours to see. So that means market has not even come near these zones, but market has retested this very one before it pushes back to the upside. And in these zones too, market are also trying to move around in this zone. So what does that mean? It means that you can use your crosses to draw your zones, which is very, very good to see whether market will hit the price in the nearest future or not. So let me quickly show you the settings for this. I'm not hiding this from anyone. You We all have to be profitable together. Now, this is the first one, 13, simple, and you know, use the color of your choice. The second one is 13, but shift at what? 30. So then simple as well. Use the color of your choice for that. Then the next one is Bollinger Bands, 50 periods, then 2.5, that's the deviation. Then apply to previous indicator. Use the color of your choice. Then I'm using ichimoku here, which is 5150. So, and that is that about that. Use the color of your choice. Then the final one is 10 exponential. Then use the color of your choice. So that's that about that. There's one beautiful thing I want to add, which is my last message here. Now, if you are here, for instance, I want to quickly go to the nearest eye, which is this point. If you are here and you want to know what is happening here at this very point where market cross, just go to 15 minutes. Sorry, we are on 15 minutes. Go to 5 minutes. You will realize that that is the very point where the market cloud turns to red. That is where the market turns to red, from blue to red. Check it very well to confirm this. Then on what is it called? On 5 minutes, so to say, if I'm going to check this very point to this zone where the market cross, it's also going to be the same place where the market turns from red to green and from blue to red. So let me see. Exactly at this point, yes. Exactly at this point. That is where the market turns from blue to red. So which means that if I'm on 1 minute time frame, I can see what the 5 minutes is doing by knowing what the zone is. If I'm on 5 minute time frame, I can see what 15 minutes are doing. You understand? So if I'm trading with 15 minutes in 5 minutes, it means that I'll be trading with this blue and red. But if I'm trading like 1 minute in 5 minutes, I'll be trading with this cross. So once I hit cross, I'll enter my trade here, hold it until it got exhausted. But I won't advise a counter trend because it can make you lose a lot of money. So I would rather prefer to trade this in direction. So which means that my 15 minutes and my 1 minute are telling me to sell. I'm in 5 minutes, then I'll join them to sell, which is a retest here. I'm moving down to the downside. So I hope this helps. Please do well to subscribe, like, comment, and any questions, direct them to my Telegram channel. And if you need my sentiment indicator, please come to my DM on Telegram and let's talk about it. So I hope this helps. Thank you. See you in another video.